Welcome to the Roxburgh Hotel and the launch of the Mazda CX-60 diesel. Our designers have created a high-quality interior inside an evolution of the Kodo exterior design, placing the CX-60 very firmly as a challenger to the established European premium brands. The automotive industry has, for many years, been at the forefront of emissions reduction. Collectively, we have reduced emissions in line with legislation since the 1960s, when emission testing started. Throughout this time, engineers have worked to evolve the internal combustion engine from a high emitter to the more efficient and cleaner internal combustion engines available today. If you look at the latest figures from DEFRA, the Department for Environmental, Food and Rural Affairs, road transport has halved emissions of particulate matter since 2005 to 12.6% of total output, while industrial emissions have risen to 26%, and domestic emissions from heating and wood burners have risen significantly to over 27% of total output. We have long recognised the need to reduce emissions from our internal combustion engines and firmly believe that the best way to reduce global particulate emissions is to continue to improve the internal combustion engine. This method of powering vehicles will be around for many years to come, and if we do nothing, we simply add to the problem as sales of internal combustion engines continue to exceed zero-emission vehicles for some years to come, and those cars remain in operation for many years after first registration. This e-Skyactiv diesel engine is the cleanest and most efficient mass-production diesel engine of its type in the world today. CO2 and NOx emissions are the lowest of any comparable engine, and fuel consumption is class-leading and better than the smaller 2.2 diesel found in the CX-5. And we've not finished yet. We believe that both petrol and diesel engines have more to give in terms of efficient combustion, lower emissions, better fuel efficiency and greater drivability. The diesel, the reason you're here today, is the next generation of Skyactiv engine technology. But before I tell you a little more about the diesel engine, let me touch on some products in our cycle plan that you will see later this year. We will launch the Mazda MX-30 e-Skyactiv REV. This is a series plug-in hybrid that offers the same customer values as the pure electric Mazda MX-30. With a 17.8 kilowatt battery, the REV has a 53-mile pure electric range, while the all-new 830cc single-rotor petrol engine acts as a generator to enable longer distance drives of over 400 miles without range or charging anxiety. With no mechanical connection between the engine and the wheels, the rotary unit simply acts as a generator, ensuring the MX-30 REV always drives via the electric motor to deliver a seamless EV driving experience. We will then expand the CX-60 range to include the new e-Skyactiv X petrol engine. The 3-litre inline 6-cylinder e-Skyactiv X takes advantage of the good vibration balance inline 6-cylinder engines are known for, and combines this with enhancements to the precise combustion control technology developed for the 4-cylinder e-Skyactiv X. Using spark-controlled compression ignition with a high compression engine, we're able to reduce emissions and improve fuel economy over a traditional spark ignition engine. This year you will also see the 3-row 7-seat CX-80 to take on the likes of the Audi Q7, Volvo XC90 and the BMW X7. But back to today. Following the introduction of our first plug-in hybrid last year, the powertrain range of the Mazda CX-60 has now been expanded to include another Mazda first, the all-new 3.3-litre inline 6-cylinder e-Skyactiv diesel engine. While many manufacturers are abandoning diesel, we've spent the last few years developing this engine with a highly innovative advanced combustion technology, which makes the new e-Skyactiv D unit the cleanest diesel engine in the world. The e-Skyactiv diesel engine is cleaner than many petrol engines, it's cleaner than other comparable diesels currently on the market, and emits NOx at just 1/3 of the compliance level for the forthcoming Euro 7 regulations. This means that customers can drive the Mazda CX-60 diesel safe in the knowledge that their CO2 and NOx footprints are the lowest in the segment, and the cost of day-to-day driving is lower than comparable competitors, all in a car that's truly great to drive. This engine has been developed using the right sizing concept, which optimises displacement to improve both fuel and power efficiency. The 3.3 litre common rail electric direct injection 6-cylinder diesel engine is offered with a choice of two power outputs, 200 PS with rear-wheel drive and 254 PS with all-wheel drive, and both models use the new 8-speed automatic transmission. The powertrain features M Hybrid Boost, Mazda's 48-volt mild hybrid system, which enables high output combined with excellent fuel economy. A new highly innovative advanced combustion technology, DCPCI, or distribution controlled partially premixed compression ignition, further improves engine efficiency, emissions and fuel economy. One technology in particular ensures all surplus air is used during combustion, regardless of engine speed. In a combustion chamber, an egg-shaped piston head divides the air-fuel mixture into two regions within the piston bowl, resulting in a more efficient combustion over a wider operating range. The benefits of the inline 6-cylinder format are less vibration due to its characteristic perfect balance and a clean, engaging engine sound. Combining the two technologies of hybrid and advanced combustion contributes significantly to the CX-60's outstanding driving range, great driving feel, low fuel consumption and class-leading emissions. The 254 PS e-Skyactiv D delivers impressive performance of 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 7.4 seconds and a maximum speed of 136 miles per hour, while the 200 PS variant returns a WLTP average fuel consumption of 56 miles per gallon and CO2 emissions of only 129 grams per kilometre. As the world has evolved in its thinking around accelerating CO2 reduction, we've updated our ambition to reflect the direction of travel globally. Our plan is to have 25% of our global model lineup as full battery electric vehicles by 2030. The remaining 75% of our models will have some form of electrification on top of a base internal combustion engine. But of course, the cadence of actual sales mix will reflect local demand, and we would expect Europe and the UK to have a significantly greater proportion of EV mix at this point. In the UK, we will follow the government trajectory on sales percentage requirements for zero-emission vehicles through to 2030, when our lineup will be BEV and PHEV only, and full BEV after 2035. So let's take a closer look at the car. The CX-60's beautiful and dynamic styling features the latest developments in Kodo design with a striking front-engine, rear-wheel drive SUV architecture. While other manufacturers are abandoning diesel, this fuel type still dominates German premium large SUVs at 44% of total sales. And while overall diesel mix is declining, it's a slower decline than in other segments and could actually strengthen with recent changes in fuel and electricity pricing. Diesel continues to be the right choice for many applications, long-distance driving and towing being the main reasons for choosing this type of engine. Diesel SUVs continue to be very popular, comprising 18% of all large SUV retail registrations, with some regional high spots such as Scotland, Northern Ireland, East and West Midlands, Northern England and Wales. We've always offered a high standard specification on our cars, and with the CX-60 we see another step change in the quality feel and the level of equipment that really elevate CX-60. The entry exclusive line specification level offers 18-inch alloy wheels, a black interior, 12.3-inch centre screen, heated steering wheel and front seats, head-up display and the ability to preheat or pre-cool the car through the My Mazda app. Moving on to the Homura, this car gets gloss black external trim, 20-inch black metallic alloy wheels, front ventilated driver and passenger seats with both cooling and heating functions, heated rear seats, a 12-speaker Bose sound system and the Mazda driver personalisation system, and I'll talk about this neat feature shortly. Then top of the range is the Takumi, which comes with white Napa leather, maple wood interior accents, unique interior stitching, 20-inch black machined alloy wheels and chrome exterior detailing. And a full-length panoramic sunroof is optional on both the Homura and Takumi models. We've associated the phrase crafted in Japan with the Mazda CX-60, but why? We don't just make our cars, there's a passion, dedication and craftsmanship that goes into every vehicle. This ethos of handmade, premium quality is firmly established in Japanese culture. This can be seen at the very first stage of visualization when our artists create physical models to inspire the designers. The Takumi modelers cut and mould the shape of the cars from clay using traditional tools before the metal workers file and shape the metal by hand to give the desired reflective surface. This craftsmanship is further represented in the interior of the CX-60. The traditionally made door fabric reacts sensitively to changes in light, and the Japanese needlework, known as masubu, creates hanging stitches. The maple wood trim is crafted in the hachu style, which means asymmetrical balance, handmade initially and then replicated for mass production. In Japanese culture, the craft should be intended for and be able to withstand the rigours of daily use. It must be created using traditional techniques and methods, and the main material should remain true to their historical context. Attention to detail is essential in Japanese craftsmanship, but it's not just the physical that's important, but also consideration of the surrounding space and light. Often, the most important part of Japanese design is what is not there, and the way that an artist creates meaningful space, or how light is reflected and flows through an object to add tone and substance. This is integral to the Mazda design philosophy of beauty by subtraction, and how the creation of our cars use all the elements typical of Japanese craftsmanship, from functional engine and technology to the way the car looks and how it plays with the light to reflect its surroundings in a way no other car can. We use clay to create the shape similar to the artist that made Japanese ceramic and pottery ware famous. We use metal workers using traditional methods to shape the body, and we create fabrics that follow age-old techniques and reflect the art of Japanese stitching, keeping true to traditional craft and culture. This is why we refer to our cars as crafted in Japan. Taking this inspiration from traditional Japanese craftsmanship, we're able to define Mazda in a way that positions us in a uniquely Japanese premium territory. The interior design mixes different materials and textures such as the Napa leather, the maple wood, the chrome detailing, and the uniquely worked Japanese textiles. Several new technologies introduced in the PHEV also feature in the diesel version. See-through view, a next-generation 360-degree monitor with extended field of view at low speeds. Hill descent control, which assists in safely descending steep slopes with slippery or rough road surfaces. Adaptive cruise control, which can now incorporate speed limits from traffic sign recognition. And vehicle exit warning, which warns you of vehicles, bikes and pedestrians approaching from the rear as you open the door. Mazda Intelligent Drive Select, or My Drive, offers a choice of 4 drive modes. Normal, towing when a tow bar is fitted, off-road for the all-wheel drive, and sport mode, which maximises the potential of the car's dynamic performance. This enhances the responsiveness of the powertrain to support more enthusiastic driving, while the all-wheel drive system increases its damping force to improve manoeuvring stability. Kinematic posture control stabilises the vehicle while cornering. By braking the inside rear wheel, it mitigates roll and draws the body of the vehicle downwards. Cornering stability is surprising for an SUV, and the acceleration and drivability is extremely engaging, due mainly to the 8-speed transmission, which allows gear change from the steering wheel and feels more like a manual gearbox. The balance of our rear-wheel drive platform and the assurance of full-time 4-wheel drive adds to this experience. The CX-60 marks a real step change in Mazda product design and technology and is already elevating our brand. This new engine will attract new customers to Mazda as we continue to meet their demands for new and clean and efficient diesels.